doing a stream here, so I'm not talking to myself. Hello. Welcome to the bench. We're doing a little cleanup work on some frets on this child size Ibanez. Just polishing up these frets a little bit, get them looking shiny for this young man to play it.
Most of the boards back there about the same price range. What's the best one? They're all about $20.
Are you looking for a guitar cord?
Yeah. And I've got a little park amp that I use, and I can't tell where the short is.
You want a short one or do you want a long one?
Given the fact that I didn't work this week, I want to.
Really inexpensive little Mitchell, which is a Guitar Center. Sounds like they're going to go under any day soon after being purchased by another corporation. Good job, guys.
I'm trying to chase down.
Bummer, but at the same time, their service has been pretty poor. They get bought out by a big corporation and then they pay their employees nothing, give them no reward for their efforts, and the heyday of Guitar Center is basically over. Bummer. I haven't been to a Guitar Center in a long time.
It's only little bitty wires that they can carry enough voltage to
They're
even.
disposable.
Okay. So it's probably my little park.
Or if it's a single coil guitar, it's just going to have, I mean, I have a...
Alright, so we got the nut all kind of cleaned up here. It's a plastic nut on this little Mitchell guitar. We're going to go ahead and throw some 9-gauge Ernie balls. Hello, Preston. Ernie balls, super slinkies on this little guy. Oh, and first thing, the next thing I want to do is tighten up these
At no point is it all going to go away.
set of the, ooh boy, that's loose. Amazing.
Big pop. Big pop.
This little movement I'm making right now and tightening those up, that's something that if you own a guitar with sets, this type of machine head on it, you should do that every time you change the strings. Because they loosen up the moment you put strings on it and start turning them. They're not made to be forever tight, unfortunately. And I will always recommend putting a set of, there we go, look at that. Putting a set of locking machine heads on your guitar if you have the opportunity. They're really, truly wonderful. Clean this up a little bit. Put this on the old bench here. Start throwing some strings at it. Yeah, these guys, I figured for this this short scale guitar, 9s are going to be great, and the young man that's learning is going to have to build up his calluses. I figure this might be a gentle way to help keep him playing guitar instead of quitting because his fingers get sore, which is a common thing. So I'm using Ernie Ball Super Slinkies. Ernie Ball happens to be my favorite brand of string. We are an early Ernie Ball dealer here, and we do carry Diodarios, but we don't have quite a demand for it. And I would have to say that 99.999.3% of my clients are using Ernie Ball strings. So we like to stick with what we know. They work great. I'm not a string snob. I just like using Ernie balls simply because you pretty much walk into any music store in the world and they have them. Whereas Diodario's, I don't know if they're nearly as popular. Hello, Sean. Welcome, brother. Hopefully you're doing well. I like to, at home, when I'm doing this on my own guitars, I typically will do it. I have a little table that I use, but I also will use my kitchen counter to do this little trick on. It makes feeding the strings through the back of the guitar a whole lot quicker. I can't be dallying. I've got 18,000 guitars that need fixing, and I want to make short work of this stuff. Amazing. Really? There we go. A lot of times these string throughs, when they drill them at the factory, they don't drill them real straight. So you have a little bit of trouble getting the strings fed through there. So let's see. Put that back on, as it were. And we'll do a little setup on this thing when we're done getting strings all wound onto it. I'll try and do a quick little string change here. And I have some help today, and he is currently working on I'm just kind of taking a look at how this string goes wonky down the fingerboard. He is working on a nut on a client's guitar, getting the string action at the first fret correct. It's a little bit high, so he's plugging away at that. You'll hear some extracurricular guitar noise going on. I want to get this done as quickly as I can. I know this part of this is so exciting to watch somebody change strings, right? On these short scale guitars, it's kind of interesting because my ear doesn't work as well tuning them up. I don't do work on these very often, so alright, hope everybody's having a really great Friday. I'm on day, I think this is day 34 or 35 straight. We still have our coworker who's out recovering from some health problems that he was having, and he's doing well. He's getting healed up. So I'm having to make sure to keep the doors open and keep our customers happy and his customers happy. So there's 4 of us that work here. I think, well, we could say there's 5 of us. 5 of us? Is there 5 of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mike, Chris, and
Stu. Yep. 5 people keeping a business open 7 days a week. Do the math. Whew. All right. Almost done getting strings on her. So this is just basically a string change on this one. We're not doing a whole ton of work on this thing. One of my students' little brothers is wanting to learn to play guitar, and so they have this one they had this one at the house and decided to give it to the little brother. Hope everybody's doing good. Let me see who's here. Hugh, hello. Preston, Stephen, hey brother, how are you? It's good to see you. I saw your uncle did a live or a recorded stream or broadcast the other day. That was kind of fun. Funny how much we sound like one another when we play guitar. Let's see. And Jam Pro, hello. Lurking and working, yeah, I hear you. Still sitting on that box, bro. I'm still sitting on it. Just yesterday, I thought I might point this out to some of you. Is that you might notice, yeah, looking at my nice girlish figure, I got some XLs for the majority of our country who needs XL t-shirts, or the majority of the world that needs XLs. I'm wearing a medium. This is how it fits on me, medium. I like it. I would love to sell everybody a medium, but I know that most guys can't fit in a medium anymore because there's too much sugar in all of our food. And that's really legit the one big reason that we have such a problem with that. But I have shirts, and they are for sale. You can reach out to me via email on my website and buy one, and I'll ship it to you. So if you want one, let me know. I ship them anywhere in the world. It gets expensive to ship overseas, but I will do that for you. And unfortunately, yes, you will be paying for the shipping on these. So I would love for you to have one if you need one. Yeah, Preston, you and me both, man. I can't help it. I want to put on 15 pounds. I can't do it. So let's get this thing tuned up, and we'll do a quick setup. Get them stretched. Joey, how many push-ups can you do?
That is a dangerous question.
You could probably do 50. I'm guessing. It's fun to test that once in a while. Or the pull-ups. Check how physically fit you are. Although that's not a terribly great test of physically fit, but it does work. How many pull-ups can you do?
Oh God.
5.
Like
1. Yeah. I could probably do 5 or 6. I'm guessing. I do a physical workout each morning before I do anything else. Well, actually, I take that back. That's not true. I go in and get my coffee pot full of water and put coffee in it and start it, and then I do my little workout. Stretching my arms and legs. Getting some good stretch going on. So I'm limber and mobile. And usually a little bit of aerobic, what I would call aerobic, what's that stuff called? Yoga. Some fast moving positions. It's kind of fun. Keeps you knowing where your neck and your back are. All right, let's check the string action on this thing. Given it's a short scale, we're just going to go ahead and measure at the 12th fret. We'll see where we're at. And given we have a tunematic style bridge, we're going to just set the outer 2 strings. We're at 5/64 on both sides, so we're just going to go ahead and drop this down to 4/64 on the treble side. That's 3.5. We'll go with that. And I'm going to drop this down to 4/64 on the bass side. Pretty simple. Now I'll have to retune it, of course. There we go. I haven't plugged this guitar in yet, so I have no idea. There we go. All right, so if you want a t-shirt, they're 25 bucks plus shipping. So if you need one, hit me up. My email address is in my about page. Feel free to hit me up on that. I don't have a ton of them, but I did order some. So been working so much, I got just money coming out my ears, right? Yeah. Yeah. God, dude. 160. Oh God. Yeah, I weigh one. I put on 2 pounds between. I went in to see my doc, and then they weighed me. I was at 147, and I went in 2 weeks later, and I was at 149. So I had put on 2 pounds, and that's about all I ever fluctuate. I don't eat. I eat about maybe 10 to 15 different foods ever. So my diet doesn't change. It's a really great way to control your weight and blood pressure, all that stuff, cholesterol. A very healthy way to eat, and 0 processed sugar. If you're drinking soda pops, if you cut that out of your life, I almost guarantee you'd lose probably 10 pounds in a month. The amount of soda pop that people drink with sugar in it is disgusting. Just start drinking Diet Coke and you'll lose weight. I almost promise you that. Yeah. So, tips on my speaker cables broke. Good grief. You can use anything for speaker cables as long as you can get at them. Oh, are you gonna get Axiom? Welcome, brother. Forgive me, I didn't see you there. I wasn't paying attention. Cool. So let's check our neck relief. I've already made a small adjustment to the string action, and we'll see where our neck relief is at. Oh, and that's what I need. Where did you go? Dude, I'm telling you, that thing absolutely vanished down here, Joey. That's impossible.
I don't blame him. He's got better hearing, so.
That is utterly impossible.
I played, he was out on the porch.
That's impossible. So sorry, isn't that wall cool? So I dropped a measuring device this morning, my 11 thousandths feeler gauge. I saw it hit the floor right here at my feet, and it literally vanished into thin air. I mean, it is gone. I can't explain how this happens.
Yeah, they're incredible.
This is, oh my God, you guys, holy shit. It literally landed like as far back under my bench as it could possibly get. I found it, but good grief.
How are you?
All right. So I need to put something down there to keep stuff from being able to fall in. That was a 17,000. So anyway, I found it. Okay, so let's check our string action on this bad boy. Amazing, the luck that I have.
He's just trying to order food. He probably ate breakfast at 11:15.
Yeah, that sounds pretty standard.
I don't know if this is a Joey job or a Marshall job.
Okay. Well,
You're in good hands.
hi.
Hi.
What's going
I
on?
just have a dulcimer that needs a string on it, and I'm not
Is that a mountain dulcimer?
not skilled. It is.
Okay.
It's a Appalachian, and I could just leave it with you and come back.
Yeah. Let's. What's happening with that?
So it's normally they have 2 strings on this top one,
Okay. Yes.
and that has been broken off a little, but I think it'll still do it.
Yeah, there's enough. The other string.
and
Let me.
I just-
If I've got it.
Yeah,
The other string. Oh, it's a bummer that got chipped, but
I know.
there's definitely enough material there.
Yeah.
To keep it. It's gonna be fragile though. You bump that again, and
Yeah.
I think. Here's what I would recommend: is that we consider replacing this
Uh-huh.
with. This is also made out of wood, so it's gonna
Right.
be. These edges are gonna be very
brutal.
fragile.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's about 45 years old
Okay.
and handmade.
Um,
so.
What I would love to do for you is to put a bone saddle in here,
Oh.
which is what 99.9% of the instruments I work on have.
Mhm.
I'd have to remove this. It's probably glued into place here.
Yeah.
So the chances of getting that out of there in one piece are pretty slim.
Right.
But that would avoid,
Yeah.
I mean, we can put a string on it, and it's interesting. Are these ball ends?
Maybe just for now, put a string
a
on
new
it because
string
I
on
need to play it next week.
You've got something
Yeah.
coming up?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's,
And, then we can consider. I'm also considering getting a new one.
okay.
So.
Okay,
But I
so-
would like to play it with the double strings because it's just the melody comes out so much better with
Yeah.
2 strings. If you can get it on there. I've had one on there with it chipped like that before, and I'm just
It
not very
worked.
skilled at putting a string on, so I was just
Yeah.
gonna ask you to do it.
So,
Probably wouldn't take you long, but
okay, let me set this one aside real quick. Set this down carefully.
I actually have to go do something around the block if you want.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if
give
you want
me.
to get to it later,
I'm
can
gonna
come
need
back.
a half an hour or so. And the other
Yeah.
thing I wanted to ask is,
I mean, you
given
don't
the
have to do it
fact
today,
that
but-
we're gonna put, given the fact that we're gonna put one new string on there, I'd like to see if I have
a string.
a full, well, yeah, because this
Yeah.
has a special.
Because I don't think I have an.
These
extra
aren't ball
string.
ends that I know of on this, so they're gonna
Oh,
have a
right. That's the other thing
the
I was
loop
having
end.
problems with.
Right.
Yeah. So it just has to be a regular.
So to be
string.
honest, I don't have a ton of those in singles.
Okay. So
I can look, but what I would prefer to do is just change them all.
Oh, change all the strings out?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine.
I don't know how long it's been since you've put new strings on this instrument.
It's probably been 5 years or so.
Let's put a fresh set on here and give them a little.
In fact, I'm not even sure we did put new strings on there then even.
Might be the original
It might
ones.
be the original ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably time, not
Uh-huh.
probably,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah, that would be fine if you want to put strings on.
put a
it.
whole new set on here,
Yeah,
and then we
give
know you can mark
Yeah.
the date, and then you'll know.
Yeah. That'd be
So
good.
let me, before I say I can do that, let me know. Let me check and see if I've got it.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yes,
Awesome.
I've got a full set, so we'll
Cool.
put
Yeah.
a
That
brand
way
new
we
set
can
on here.
just use the whole.
So let me see. Give me about It might take me 40 minutes or so to
Okay.
be totally done with it. You got
Okay,
some running
yep,
around to do?
Yep.
Okay.
And I can come back
All right.
later this afternoon.
And I'll just be very careful
Yeah,
with that.
and don't worry. I mean,
Okay.
If it breaks, we might have to do something else. But.
Okay, let me mute this real quick. I'm doing a live broadcast right now, so I want to turn the sound. Yeah, that's probably something I could do. I'd love to help out the school with that sort of stuff. It could get. I mean, I'd have to go out to a couple rehearsals and see
Yeah,
what
no,
we're.
that's. It wouldn't be. It would probably. It wouldn't be right now. It would be in a couple months
Oh, geez.
or next month.
Okay. Yeah, that gives plenty of time to.
Because we don't even know if we need microphones yet.
Okay.
Like the personal microphones,
Oh, you guys are talking about doing like wireless?
something like that.
Do they have some out there?
They do not yet.
They don't.
So
Yeah. We might need to look into getting some of those if that's what the case is.
yeah, and we don't even know the pricing and stuff for them as well.
Yeah.
It would probably be during. I can give you dates if you want.
Yeah. Who's the instructor out there? Mr. Is it Mr.
It's Dr. Farrell. She is our English teacher.
Oh, okay. I'm not. I don't think I've met that person yet. Seems like there's a music instructor there,
That's
though.
Mr. McBride.
Yeah, that's it, Mr. McBride. I should have known that, but oh boy, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. All right. Get my. Where are my cutters? So how? Oh boy. Boy. That's tight.
So it would be probably Sunday the 16th of April.
April?
Yeah. So next month
Okay.
is the first time, and then you might have to be there every single month
Okay.
until the end of the show.
Yeah, well, I can come out and get stuff kind of dialed in for the rehearsals, and then boy, I guess I might just use a set of guitar strings. These are not ball ends, loop ends on this. Yeah, I could get stuff dialed in, and then it's just a matter of turning it on and off.
Yeah.
The system. I don't necessarily have to be there for every
Yeah.
rehearsal, but that'd be fun. Okay,
And I
so
think she's gonna call at some point.
okay, that's fine.
Maybe not today or tomorrow. Or the next
Yeah,
day.
and you have my number, so feel free to give them my phone
Okay.
number. And they can call me anytime, dude. I'm 24/7. So, all right, so we're shifting gears on the old guitar to dulcimer. She's got a gig coming up. Oscar, hello. Rhodey, hello. Brad, howdy. Richard. Preston's still here. It's good to see you, man. Loop in dulcimer strings, yeah. Yeah, these are the ball ends, and I'm just going to go ahead and use a set of guitar strings. I'm going to build a set of dulcimer strings out of individual guitar strings, given the way that these are mounted in there. It's kind of an interesting way. I have yet to see one that does that, which I don't work on a ton of dulcimers, but usually the loop ends, they have a little, just a nail basically driven in there. So give me a moment. I'm going to go build a set of dulcimer strings. I'm going to go with a wound 24, a 17, and 2 12s. Sound good? 24, 17, and 2 12s. That's what we're going to do. Give her a little bit more.
Hi, Logan. I think I just butt dialed you. Sorry. Bye, Logan.
Well, they're gonna have to be good anymore from, I think we got right at 30. Last, we've been doing like 60. It's too many. What's that?
Gigs piling up.
Well, that's about right for a working, you know, yeah. We're not, the main draw at festivals, but we're not the guys playing at 1:30 in the morning either. So I think we're regionally pretty well known.
Hey, can you guys play at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Well, you know, we've done a few of those because they've heard us acoustically.
Yeah.
And so they'll put us on
you
at
on.
like 11 to 1 or something.
Uh-huh.
And those are actually kind of fun,
Yeah.
but not just because they're. So you have all these hippies, and a lot of those festivals are like natural amphitheaters.
Yeah.
So there's all these trailers and tents, and we start playing acoustically, and all of a sudden you see all these old hippies wandering down, you know, by hundreds with coffee.
Oh.
You know, it's pretty funny. Joseph, how are you today?
I am.
That doesn't sound very enthusiastic.
Sounds way too excited. How's that coming along, Joe?
Pretty good.
Feeling good about it?
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice acoustic guitar, really. I mean, they're not expensive guitars, but I love those Ibanez's, though. So I lied, and we're going to use a 22, a 15, here we go, and 2 12s to string this mountain dulcimer up. Ooh, I gotta be careful here not to, I'll make sure. There we go. I'm going to be careful not to pinch that ball on the end of that peg, otherwise it just is not going to be a very stable tuning platform. Boy, these notches are really tight in here. I suppose it'll work. We'll give it a shot.
She was also wondering if you'd be able to run the muting system during the show.
During the plays?
Because we don't even have a stage manager yet.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk more about that as the time gets closer.
Cool.
I haven't done really any volunteer work for the schools for a while. I haven't been asked. I mean, literally, that's the only reason.
Yeah. We're yet to have a stage manager yet. We've
No.
barely got enough actors.
Are you guys having trouble getting kids to come out for that sort of stuff, or is it just so
Yeah.
early?
It's just we have who we have, and then there's like nobody else.
Uh-huh.
So like when we graduate, who knows, you know?
Yep. Yep. I get you.
Like no one else goes out for the play.
I know my arm being in the way. Yeah. Oop. More stuff.
No.
Love it. All right.
Is like a 10, they don't know what they have. It should take a look, go through it real fast.
Interesting. I'm going to let you guys get a look at what I'm having to do here. So both of these strings are going to go into one slot here. And I'm kind of wiggling it to try and keep those ball ends. There we go. Get them both pinched nicely. And let's see. So I want this to go through here. And it does. So we'll run that to this. And this will go. Sadly, this saddle has gotten chipped off here at the end, and I would love to put a bone one on there and just solve it and get done with that, but it probably gonna get damaged again. Bummer. We'll see how this thing sounds. Playing a mountain dulcimer is really fun. A lot of people play them with a feather. They can be played with a feather and other sorts of strings. Some people use a slide. Okay. So I have, oh, here's what we're gonna do. I gotta loosen that. Yeah, I don't want to cross those over. They are going to cross over. How am I doing this? What am I doing here? I want this to go here. Are these mechanical? So, I'm sorry about that, you guys. My cameraman is not following me once again. William, hello. Oscar. Let's see, the John Pierce ball ends. These are GHS loop ends, which I did not use. I just used a normal set of Ernie Ball guitar strings, given the construction of this instrument. That's what it required. How to tune a dulcimer. I think it's GAD, Mountain Dulcimer. Tuning. Of course, you know, if you search for dulcimer tuning, what you'll get in the results from Google is every result but telling you the notes that you'd tune a dulcimer to. Let's see. DAA, DAD, DGD. I think this is DAA. I'm not 100%. So we'll see. Oh, my tuner. Where are you? Let's see if I can. Let's see how close we can get. Yep. DA. Oh. Boy. Too much caffeine. Give him a little stretch here. I don't know if this is how she tuned it. I probably... Probably gonna have to call her back. My camera guy is sleeping on the job again. Dulcimer time. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Setting up Somebody else getting set up with a home recording studio. That's awesome. I'd get the mixer completely out of the picture. It's another piece of equipment to fail, but that's just me. There we go. New strings on a mountain dulcimer. I'm going to give them another little stretch. And I'm going to call her to find out how she tunes this. Wow.
Headphone question. You know anything about them? Here's my headphone expert. He's probably got me. A couple Joni Mitchell songs.
Yeah. One finger.
I've never even heard of those till Joni Mitchell started playing them.
Yeah. I used one on a recording I did years ago.
They're kind of cool.
Yeah, but here's a big mistake. We were recording on a 4-track, and I recorded these 2 acoustic guitar tracks. They're just gorgeous in stereo, right? And I had this dulcimer part worked out, and in order to record the dulcimer part, I had to
bump those 2 on one track.
And I lost the stereo field of this. Like,
yeah.
Oh, if I could have had
Bumping guitar for dulcimer, you're going to lose your cool guy license.
Right. You're right. So you can play the blues on them, on a dulcimer. Something like that. Pretty cool. Very simple instrument to play. I'm going to call this young lady and see how she likes a tune. Why would anybody want to use outboard gear? I don't know. That question is kind of, that could I mean, I guess I still use I still have a couple of foot pedals that I use. Okay. I have no idea why anybody in this world would use outboard gear, aside from maybe some foot pedals for a guitar, but even then, that's interesting. But I'm sure they work. He's probably got, what, an 1176? That's cool though, Charlie. It's really, I'm glad to hear that he's getting his stuff all dialed in. I'm gonna call this young lady and see what how she tunes her instrument. Okay. I hope that Hi, Scylla, this is Marshall, the Grand Stereo. Hi. How do you tune your dulcimer? Do you know what your tuning is on this one? DAD. I guessed absolutely right. You're all strung up, tuned up, and she's ready to go home. Yeah. All right, no hurry. Take your time. All righty. Yep. Bye. I guessed right. Holy smokes. So, just like that, a dulcimer is back to life. and it's very cool. We have a fairly large community of folk musicians that enjoy, and in fact, I believe we have a dulcimer club. We have a fiddle club in town, and they kind of get together. And we just had a professor who I spoke with yesterday on the phone, who's been teaching at our university for 50 years. And he was awarded, he got some pretty high accolades from our university. So that was kind of cool. Congratulations, Dwayne, on that. And he sends a lot of work my way. He teaches guitar classes at the university. A lot of beginning college-age guitar players, and a lot of them have really crappy guitars, so they bring them into me to have them set up to play properly. So it's very cool to have that type of connection with our university. And that's about the only interaction I have with the university at all. I was a student there for a very brief amount of time. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's see. I need to get some receipts. Let me see. I got her info here. Let's see. So DAD. Okay. I gotta go grab a receipt. Actually, I just ran out of receipts yesterday. I've worked on so many guitars, I keep running out of receipts. And I've got a boatload more of them. So I am extremely busy. Give me a moment. Receipts. Right on. Let's see, today is the 10th. All day, right?
Shoot, I don't know. I am not good at knowing the day of the week or the day of the month.
You want a slice?
I'm fine, thanks, Joey. I can't really eat pizza. Gee, that's terrible for my controlling my disease.
Yeah.
Once in a while I'll have some, but not very often. I dare you to turn down a piece of pizza. Yeah, pockets on this. It does. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay. What's in there? So that's one down. One down and 15 to go. We just had a couple of amps show up yesterday. Oh! And we have two left-handed guitars that arrived yesterday that are, if anybody is interested in some lefty guitars, reach out to me to my email. I've got an Ibanez and a Fender. I'm not prepared to get them both out. And then I also have an orange Tiny Terror cab and amp head that came in yesterday. And then a couple of really inexpensive practice amps. All this stuff is obviously for sale. Everything's for sale for the right price. So if any of that stuff interests you, or you happen to be a lefty guitar player and are interested in acquiring a new instrument, let me know. You can reach me in my email. If we're friends on Facebook, you can reach me there. Try to and Ibanez and Fender, I can't get them out right now. I've got too much stuff I've got to do, but I'll definitely let you know or take some photographs. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I've got to stay on task. And both the Ibanez and the Fender were purchased by a customer or a client of mine who actually we're working on another one of her guitars right now, but she has encountered some medical problems that have made it impossible for her to play guitar anymore. So one of the electric guitars might be going to one of the college students, and I need to call on that today, and I wanted to clean my lens off. So, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. He gets the first shot at it simply because he's a student, but yeah. 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 All right. So let's get back to our little guy here, and we'll finish this one up. And I did check the neck relief, and it is absolutely perfect. So did that very quickly. Sounds like it's holding tune really well. We'll check the intonation real quickly on this one. I'm going to do that with my snark just to save a little bit of time. I've got other stuff I got to get to. I want to get to that Fender acoustisonic. And let's do this in the seated position. So we'll do it. We'll do this intonation setup in the playing position, just so that I don't have guys crying that I'm doing it wrong. Joey's over there laughing at me. And he's enjoying some pizza. Kids, they just never quit eating. We're way sharp. Way sharp. Just checking them all real quick before I so we're sharp. Pretty much across the board we're sharp. So let's flatten this guy out. Boy, these little guitars, very oh boy. Okay, so this guitar has some really cheap hardware. Good job, Guitar Center. The slot on this screw is almost too shallow for my screwdriver to actually turn the head of the screw. It's just really cheaply made. But I've got to move this string quite a ways. So we'll give that a try. Pretty darn close. I may have, when I put this saddle on here, I might have put it on backwards, which there isn't really any forwards or backwards on these, but I may have put it on the opposite direction that it came off of here. It just fell off, which happens. It happens.
Hi, Mike.
All right, let's see.
Remains to be seen, I guess. What do you have in the way of headphones? You need headphones that are over the ear. Melissa over
There we go.
bought some for herself and for Leah and really liked them. She wasn't sure what kind. They're wireless.
So we're a little sharp on the A. Gotta move this short, lengthen the string.
Fair enough.
Boy, these screws are just, man, there's just nothing for my screwdriver to bite into.
The Marley?
This is a guitar that you would buy at Guitar Center. Unfortunately, they
Wireless over the ear,
sell stuff like this.
comfortable, returnable.
We can't take them back. Once they're out,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Good. Oh, wow.
But you can take a look at some that we have open.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's got some, but
Yeah, I'm getting them for a gift, so that, yeah.
I mean, if they don't open them, they want to bring it in.
And it would certainly be easier to turn if I loosen the string tension.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. All right.
I guarantee we got good stuff. I guarantee.
I am sure of that.
To keep moving this one, I'm going to go from the opposite side. There we go.
They are incredible headphones. I think Marshall has a pair as well.
Just really terrible parts.
So,
Terrible.
how adjustable are they? You know, for
I don't think my screwdriver
larger head or
is going in there even a 32nd of an inch. Is about all the depth that they gave us on this set screw here, or the adjustment screw.
They're pretty big. They
Do you have some that are open? Do you have a set that?
Again, I'm having to move it quite a ways.
All right, thank you.
This is not a good example. Here we go. And we're very sharp on the D string, so we're going to lower this one, and hopefully I can turn this one. Oh yeah, that screw's got a little bit more room. Still very, very shallow in the slot that they put in the screw to adjust the intonation on this guitar. And you know, a youngster's going to be playing this guitar, and you want to keep young people playing guitar, you got to make them play easy and make them sound good. So these adjustments should really be ideal. You want to make really good instruments for young people. They'll quit because it sucks, right? They're demanding. They don't even know it, but they're demanding. No, they know. And I may have been a little better off had I put this on flipped 180 degrees, but now I know I have set the intonation up on this and it's right.
And is it possible to replace these ear pads?
Still just a tiny bit sharp.
unless so the ear pads will be the last thing to go on these.
Oh, really? Okay.
Um,
Okay. Oh, good to know. Okay. And how much are these?
These would be $79.90. No,
Isn't this exciting? There we go.
let me. I think I know, but let me ask.
Very good on the G string. So we're a little bit sharp on the B. And again, you know, when I'm intonating an instrument, I would rather lean towards being flat than being sharp. Because we bend our strings sharp. I've never been able to bend a string flat unless I pre-bend it, and then Usually the first note is out of pitch. There we go. Ooh, that's way sharp. So we're gonna have to move this one back quite a bit. And I hope you can see what I'm doing here with my screwdriver. And pretty easy adjustment to make. I'm going to give this D string another little move. It's still just a touch sharp. I do have room left. So we're going to check this now.
So do you have like a Sennheiser or a Sony that's open that you can compare the?
They're not wireless.
There we go.
Is this the only wireless you have?
Yeah, these ones are the only wireless.
Let's check the pickup height.
So do you have a wireless?
Get you down here. We'll check our pickup height, and then we will call it a day on this one. This was actually just here for a string change, but this belongs to one of my students, so I want to go a little extra mile for him, and I want his little brother to keep playing it, so we want it to be right. Some of this stuff I have to kind of donate some time, I suppose. If that's what you want to call it, to make sure that an instrument is properly set up for a young person, because the best instrument to buy is one that's set up correctly. There's no other way about that. I don't care if you paid $50 for a guitar. That doesn't. The amount of money you spent on it doesn't matter.
Just trying to compare the ear pad.
Ooh, and that one's perfect. Cool. I think we're about ready to test this bad boy. Oh boy, I got a mess going here. I missed the garbage can. Has anybody else heard or aware of what's going on with Guitar Center? Just curious. Not that I care that much, but are you guys familiar with what that corporation is dealing with right now? Just curious.
So can you get Sennheiser wireless?
I could certainly look.
So let's see what this little guy sounds like. I haven't even checked the electronics in it yet. I have no idea. How's that? It plugs in like that. And let's see. Nice. It's working. It's working. Let's see. Let's. That could be ugly. So I really feel like maybe what I'm experiencing with the tuning situation is the fact that probably no one will ever play this guitar that hard, but or bend strings like that. I don't know, but then they need to be stretched. So let's stretch these a bit more, because I don't think I stretched them enough. Come on. And I'm not being nice. There's just nothing worse than a guitar going out of tune while you're playing it. I can tell right now that just giving these another yank, I was just able to stretch a step out of that string. Just keep working them over till they quit changing pitch, and then you won't have to play your guitar and tune it. I may not have even stretched these. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. So I asked about Guitar Center. I wonder if anybody, forgive me for not paying attention to the chat. Yeah, I must not have stretched these. I got distracted by a dulcimer. It was a hot dulcimer though. There it is. We're gonna call that a day. Probably should play this a little bit more before I send it home, but I've got other guitars that I've got to get to, and it'd be a good learning lesson for this young man to tune his guitar several times.
Is that for stock? Do you know?
I don't know. I thought that might have been something Joey had
Oh,
ordered.
me?
I don't
Okay.
know.
It's okay.
Yes.
Okay. And did you order?
That's not me.
Okay. And an AC adapter.
Yes, that is for, I've got it written down up
Okay.
there. That's for, he's out of town, the guy with the acoustisonic. So I'll call him
All right.
today. Cool.
I'll find it.
Yeah, 2000 grit. Got some 2000 grit. And I bought this Duragold sandpaper. I'm kind of anxious. I don't think I've used this brand before. I have a guitar that we had to replace a fingerboard on, and it required some shooting lacquer, and we're gonna have to do some wet sanding on it. And I figured I'd just use some 2000 grit on it to wet sand it out and smooth it out and get it all nice and shiny. And you guys witnessed it happen. There you go. There's a Snark tuner. They're all over the world with that broken. One of the worst engineering feats in the history of built-in failure right there. So I've had this thing for a while. I might have another bass. Here's your built-in failure in Snark tuners right there, folks. They sell the shit out of these at Guitar Center. You gotta wonder why that business is going out. I love these black ones, these hard black plastic ones. Bummer. I've had this tuner for quite a while. A couple of them ended up missing after I was off on the weekends, but that just happens. I usually go through and put felt on mine so that they don't stain up instruments with the rubber. So let me take a look. Oh, I missed you, Lori. Hello. I use a Logitech 920. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Feisty. I hope you're having a good day. All right, so we got this little Ibanez done for my my young guitar student, and I think his brother is going to play this thing. So we'll send her home, and with the new set of strings and a full setup. Not bad. Polished frets. Things in pretty darn good shape, I think. I've got the case, this little mini case, I believe. No, that's not it. Oh, maybe it is. That is it. Look at this. It's even got a miniature case to go home in, or a gig bag to go home in. It's almost like it was made for it. Check that out. Fits just perfect. Alright, so another one down. So 2 full guitars done today so far. So it's time to get out the old acoustisonic and get to work on that. I'm going to grab that guitar. So this guitar is owned by a one hell of a great guitar player, mandolin player slash musician overall. The guy is really super cool. He's been bringing me his instruments for a long time. And this is a $2,000 guitar, I think. This model is. It's got all the modeling stuff in it. You plug a USB cable in someplace. I don't know where is it? It's on the output jack. There it is. You plug a USB cable in here, right there, to charge up the batteries, which I don't know if it's charged. I should probably plug it into my USB cable. But when this thing arrived, it had cheese grater frets on it like I have never seen on even the cheapest guitars. The fretwork on that Ibanez that I was just working on was 100,000 times better than this. And took me a lot of work to get this thing to be comfortable to play. They were just literally, they'd gouge your fingers. So just a unfortunate Friday afternoon guitar build on this one. That's all I can say about it. This must have been either really drunk Friday afternoon or a hungover Monday morning. I don't know, but this is, again, this instrument would run probably at this point maybe $1,700 somebody would pay for this. I've worked on a few of these, and the other ones that I've worked on didn't have the same issues as this one. This was terrible. And I think the gentleman who bought this bought it used, but it wasn't the previous owner's fault. You know, this is just terrible. Either it was terrible craftsmanship, we'll say, or it was built with green wood, which is my #1 guess. So the neck shrunk, and the frets didn't, and ended up having pokey frets, or cheese grater frets, as I like to call them.
More expensive. But I could sell them.
Did you order that pod?
No.
I don't know where. I didn't order it. I sold that. The guy that owns this guitar has bought that other XT Live or whatever that foot pedal is, and we just got the power supply in for it. So, huh? I'm guessing Mike was probably pushing buttons on the computer. Alright, so we've gotten all this fretwork done on this thing. I'm going to string this up. This had acoustic guitar strings on it when it came in. Yeah, Mitt Romney, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I've had to do, and yeah, you're right. I think Mitt became one of the owners of Guitar Center in 2009 or 10, and I did work at Guitar Center after the heyday. So I was paid a really shitty wage for the knowledge that I have and the experience that I have in music, and the rewards for selling a guitar were, given the wage that I was being paid to work there, was it was shameful. And I don't know why anyone I mean, you could work at McDonald's and make more money, and that's the God's honest truth. And that's said about a lot of stuff now with corporations ruining small businesses, except for ours, you know, because a lady can bring her dulcimer in here and have new strings put on it in less than an hour. That wouldn't happen likely at Guitar Center. Alright, so this has got some pretty nasty shit. I want to polish up these frets. I'm going to go ahead and use some more of my fancy schmancy. That's the material that I removed off of the, oops, I'm sorry, I don't have my camera, guys, drunk again. So that's the stuff that came off of that Ibanez. So we'll just see what I can get off of this. I'm going to go ahead and polish these frets with what's this stuff called again? Semi-chrome. I'm going to polish them with some semi-chrome, and then I am going to scrape the fingerboard down with a razor blade. Then I'm going to treat it with some linseed oil. Let's see if we can just again, if you really want your frets looking good and you want to make short work of polishing them, I mean, you're watching it right in front of your face. And yeah, you can take sandpaper to your frets, and that is definitely a good way to do it, but this, pretty incredible how quickly you can get these frets, just bring them right back to life. Yeah. So my fearless leader, the gentleman who's owned this business from the day it opened, is playing tonight in Walla Walla, Washington. I believe his band plays from 9 until 10:30 at the Walla Walla VFW for the Walla Walla Guitar Festival tonight, and that's organized by a gentleman named Robin Barrett, who plays in a band called the Coyote Kings. And thought I'd just throw that out there if you happen to be watching and you live in the Walla Walla, Washington area. Beautiful city.
It looks like that power supply is for this, and so somebody must have inadvertently ordered this on the same time they ordered the other thing.
The power supply actually goes to that XT1 that this guy bought.
Oh, I'm sure it did, but that's what the power supply, I guess.
Were they ordered on the same day?
Yeah, and it says power supply for this on Amazon.
Huh. Okay. Well, okay.
We'll just return that. I don't think we want it.
Okay. Well, that is not what I ordered. So if you, I don't know if they're going to be live streaming the Guitar Festival there. They may not do that. I don't know. If I was there, I would probably stream it. There's some, you know, if you're into blues, which I'm kind of burned out on the blues, but if you enjoy some blues guitar.
And you've got this guy's name and number, correct? It's not.
Yeah, that's his. This.
All right.
This dude's guitar. We're gonna. I think he said he can't come in until Monday or Tuesday next week. So. Are you taking that crappy old telly with you tonight?
Oh yeah, I thought I'd drag it along.
Does that? What kind of shape is that thing ready to go, or?
I'll have Joey check it. That's a good idea. I've got it out.
I don't know when last time you changed strings on it was, but it's not like you break strings every day. Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? Looking really good now. And if you happen to be in Walla Walla tonight, you would happen to see one of the most iconic guitars in the history of guitar on stage. And my buddy Richard has actually held that guitar once. Yeah, look at those frets now. Just gorgeous. Now we're going to give it a good, we're going to knock all the guck off of this. And treat it with some linseed oil. And I've already done all the real tough work with respect to getting the cheese grater frets solved. So I've gotten the edges of it all sanded down, and I've done a lot of work already on this instrument. Spent some time with it yesterday and the day before. Been so busy, a lot of times these instruments are taking me a lot longer to get through them. A lot longer than what I'm used to. And being short-handed, I'm having to deal with a lot more business stuff. Car stereos and customer service and that sort of thing, that we usually have someone here that's helpful with that. He's doing fine. He's getting better. Healing up. This is something that you don't have to do, definitely not every time you change strings, but you know, you're removing microns of material off of the fingerboard to get it to look like this. I do not recommend doing this every string change, because eventually you won't have much of a fingerboard left. Part of the reason that I am doing this at this point is because I want to be sure to get all of the residue from the semi-chrome polish off of the wood, so that I can treat the wood with linseed oil and get that to penetrate the fingerboard to properly keep all the bad stuff out and the good stuff in. We're getting almost done with this one. Almost. I'm going to grab me a fresh razor blade. There we go. Probably should have grabbed one earlier than that. I know you're missing out. My camera guy's not following me proper. I'm telling you, I think my camera guy drinks way too much. He's a slacker. There we go. We will dust this off. Alright. Knock all the guck out of it. Look at that. Isn't that looking good? And we will There is no, on that Ibanez, we're under no time constraints. So if you want to take a look at that telly, by all means go ahead. I think telly's probably going to be in pretty good shape. It might need new strings. Looks strange. I wanna. Take a look at these. See if they have set screws. They do not, so ready for some linseed oil and some strings. I'm going to use a set of 11 gauge slinkies on this one. Ernie balls, I should say. Where's my linseed oil? There you are. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I saw that too. That's a good point. I haven't done it because I use this ice pick and it does a really good job of getting in there. The one thing you got to be definitely careful of is not catching the, you could potentially, I suppose, scratch the neck with the tip of that thing. And here we are coming back to life. we've got a wooden bridge down here, so what I'm gonna do is see if I can pull this saddle. I can. We're just gonna go ahead with the extra oil and cover this, make it look nice and pretty. Probably, I think I spent about a total of about 1 hour getting the cheese grater frets filed off of this thing. They were sticking out the sides so long, or so far, that I had to remove a lot of material. And so that job took a whole lot longer than normal. Alright, so now we're looking good. Time to put some strings back on this thing. And I want to look these up real quick. I don't work on a lot of acoustisonics. Let's look up what Fender acoustisonic. Oh, there it is. So this one, $1,200 at where am I at? That's at Sweetwater, and they use let me zoom in. And they load them up with electric guitar strings, it looks like. They are electric guitar strings, or nickel. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Because this thing had acoustic strings on it whenever so this is a $1,200 guitar. At least I don't know of this particular model. If this is the $1,200 or the $1,900 version. They sell for a lot of different prices. I've seen them up as high as $1,900. Although, let me look at this again. If this is going to let me zoom in. Well, you know what? I recant that they are acoustic strings, so we're going to go with that. Phosphor bronze. I'm going to use a set of my favorite. Look at that. Let me see. I have completely run out of strings under my bench. I've been doing a lot of guitars. Give me a second. So these are actually strung up. The photographs of them that I'm seeing are strung up with acoustic guitar strings, which is what's called an acoustisonic. I would assume that's correct. We're going to go 11 to 53 strings on this. which I believe is a different string gauge than was on it when it arrived here, but the owner asked me to put strings on it that I liked, so I'm just doing what he asked. And I like playing 11s on an acoustic guitar just because I bend strings a lot, and 12s, they're a little bit harder to bend for sure. Coffee time. I'm still drinking my cup of coffee from this morning. It's tasting good. I got some good coffee. It's good stuff. No Starbucks here. This is made right here in La Grande. It's roasted right here in La Grande. Good stuff. All right, let's get the strings on here. Oh, yeah, and the nut is loose on this, so we're gonna glue that into place. Two small spots, the glue. Does that feel better? That first fret action?
A little bit, I think.
It's not going to be a major difference, but usually that helps the intonation a lot more than it does make it necessarily feel that much greater. You play a big old F bar chord, it's in tune with the rest of the band, right?
Yeah. Use a capo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which I don't know if this guy uses a capo much or not.
Didn't look like it on his frets.
No.
Get it? I bet you have a dulcimer somewhere.
What's that?
Don't you have a dulcimer somewhere?
Oh yeah. Is she here?
Yeah.
I got a. Well, I'll be dead. There it is. Huh?
All new strings?
Yeah. Yeah. Put some stuff away here. Hopefully my camera guy's staying with you. He doesn't pan around real good. just noticing some loose flathead screws. There we are.
I like getting in trouble if I can,
Sounds like that guitar is really a nice tune, man. Sounds really good. Well, here's what we'll do for our snark. Again, built-in failure. See if I can. Sounds like it's playing really nicely. Those are generally pretty decent guitars.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you haven't done it yet, clean that whole thing,
Yeah.
back and sides and all that. You gotta be a tough mofo to work on guitars. That's all there is to it.
Tomorrow, I have to take off. Okay. So there's a guy coming in to buy that digital piano, and we'll just work on a good deal. I can't remember what I told him, but I think the box is upstairs.
Okay.
In that far room.
Can't be a pussy when you're changing strings on the guitar. Hey Timothy, what's happening, brother? These are acoustic guitar strings, and and that's a great question, Ivan. I did look at some photographs of these guitars, brand new, sold by Sweetwater, and they showed acoustic strings on them. So I'm loading it up with acoustics. Stretching a lot. Now I haven't done any looking at the neck relief or anything like that. What's that?
Does this thing have a case? Or no, it doesn't. What should I do with it?
That one did not have a case. Just set up a guitar stand and set it in a stand around here. We've got to get a couple people to come get their instruments. That's we're don't have room. We're out of room. I'm literally out of room to put guitars here. I have used silk and steel strings, and I have them on my 12th string, or Robin's 12th string, and I have them on Robin's mandolin also, the silk and steel, and I really like them. I'm not I'm not a string snob at all, but those things sound. Feels kind of, guitar does not feel real great. That just might be my brain. It also might be that
It's not perfect.
yeah, dude, that looks so much nicer. Wow. What was it?
Oh, nothing.
Oh.
Just looking at the stuff we have.
Okay. Need to turn the truss rod on this bad girl, and this is probably an 1/8 inch. I'm gonna guess it's an 1/8 inch. Could be a, what is it, a 5/64 or something? Let's see. It is an 1/8 inch, and we're gonna tighten the truss rod. Give it a couple little nudges here. Let's see how that did on the neck relief. We'll check this one more time here. So not terribly responsive with the amount that I turned that, but that's okay. Get the neck relief first, then we'll check the string action. These end pins are just kind of pulling up out of their slots too. Now we're talking. That's looking pretty good. Now I'm hoping that I don't have fret buzz. Let me check our string action here. It's low. 3/64 on the bass side and 3/64 on the treble side. So this is very, very low. Got a little buzz right there. Not a whole lot we can do about that aside. That if this is way too loud, I don't speak as loud as my amplifier. So there's a volume knob on your headphones that you can turn down if you need to. I can't speak this loudly. Intonation on this instrument is really nice. I've had somebody complain once about when you play your guitar, it just rips my head off. Well, sorry, I'm playing through a 13-cent microphone on a camera. Yeah, silk and steels, yeah. Timothy, I should be getting, and forgive me for not checking in. I know these messages are probably coming earlier. I expect to see that Monday. I'm going to get a treadle to control either volume or if I can purchase a wah effects pedal, I'll have that. But I do have a wah pedal, but it'll act as a volume pedal, and then I've got 6 switches, and I bought the Black Star MIDI foot controller that is connecting to my computer via USB cable. Does not require a wall wart, and the buttons light up, so I'll know what's on and off. So I'm really looking forward to getting that. Just I have no idea what to expect or how complicated it might be to get it hooked up. The Novation keyboard has software that will allow you to set it up to absolutely tie into Reaper, which is really cool. I'm hoping that this Black Star, I'm hoping that there's firmware available for that same trick. That's interesting. It's as if I just lost. I wonder if the battery went dead in this. Or probably, it's probably, I just literally just lost the guitar output. Let's see if I can. I don't know. I don't know if I can play this while it's plugged in. Maybe I disconnected a cable here. Be sure to keep your USB rechargeable battery charged in this. It's not like you can just swap out a 9-volt when the battery goes dead. If you're in the middle of your gig and you're relying on this guitar to have all those tones that you just love, you better make sure your USB port is and your battery on the guitar is charged. Boy, that's tragic. Bummer. I think I've done about all the damage I can do here today. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday. We're going to have a busy weekend ahead of us, and I'm hoping to take a couple days off next week. In fact, I will be taking a couple days off next week. I am going to stay home. I think I'm on 35 straight at this point, which that hardly ever happens. So I'm glad to be able to do it, and I'm happy to help
It hardly ever happens unless you're Stu.
And Stu's doing great, you guys. Thanks for the positive stuff. Yeah, Stu hardly ever gets sick, man. That guy's, he's worked every day for the last, what, 45 years, something?
More or less. We get a couple days off every couple months.
Yeah.
Feels
Yeah.
like it sometimes.
Yeah. So you guys have a really wonderful, happy Friday, and we'll see you all soon. Timothy, thanks for being here. I'll do a live stream when I get my MIDI controller and get it all hooked up. So we'll let you know how that goes. Should be a pretty fun event to be able to control all my neural DSP stuff with a MIDI controller. Really looking forward to that. Hey, peace, y'all.